Okay, so this is Pirate Survival Fantasy Shooter, and Meow Studios is the developer of this game, and they went ahead and contacted me via email and said, you know, hey, would you like a key to this game? And I said, sure, I'll take a key to this game. I do a daily live stream. I got to talk about stuff every single day. Some days there isn't nothing to talk about and I have to make something up kind of out of the blue. So if I can play rando VR games and maybe tell you a little something about it, and who knows, there could be a diamond in the rough. There could be some unknown VR game that no one really knows about that is actually quite good. Something like Dimensional. And so I'm always willing to try some of these little tiny indie games. But what I tell every developer, I tell them the same thing. I say, look, I will try your game. I'll probably talk about your game, but I cannot guarantee that I will say anything nice about your game. It's just going to depend whether or not your game tickles my fancy or it doesn't. I'm going to try to be honest. I'm going to try to be fair. But, you know, just because you're giving me a key is not guaranteeing you any type of good coverage whatsoever. It is called Pirate Survival Fantasy Shooter. It is available today. The standard price is $10, but you can get it for $8.99. Now, the question is, should you buy this game? The answer is hell no, okay? I'm sorry, Meow Studios. I'm so very sorry. But this is the kind of game that really needed to come out in the year of our Lord 2016. This game should not be out in the year 2018. And if it is out in the year 2018, it should probably cost like $1.99 or $2.99 or something like that. And I hate coming on here and saying this type of stuff because I know that someone busted their ass working on this possibly for years upon a time. It could have been multiple people could have been working on this. They could have put a lot of time and effort into this, and this could be their ultimate dream. They had a dream. They wanted to make a video game. They wanted to make a VR game. They were able to make a VR game. They were able to get it up on Steam. When you get to level 2, you got realistic spiders. This is the level right here, and you could hardly see what's going on because look at all the smoke and stuff coming out of the guns. But there are realistic Black Widow looking spiders, and they're not even that realistic, but I can tell you I had tons of these Black Widows that were coming at me from this direction. I was shooting the Black Widows. They're about the size of a household cat, so it wasn't that big of a deal, and they're just coming in a straight line, and I'm able to shoot them from far away. But I started to hear some noise behind me. I started to hear some noise to the side of me, and I was like, oh my God, if this is going to be a big-ass Black Widow that is right up in my face, and I turned and it was a big-ass Black Widow, I'm telling you, my Oculus Rift flying. It literally went flying. I was like, get the F out of Dodge. I couldn't get out of that game fast enough. I have an irrational fear of spiders. And so I told the developer, Meow Studios, I said, dude, you guys got to give us an option to opt out of the spider level. If anybody is going to make a game like this, give us the option to opt out of the spider level. This is Pirate Survival Fantasy Shooter by Meow Studios, and I got to give a thumbs down to this one. I didn't play that far into it, but I couldn't. I'm not going in there again. If there's no option to move past that spider level, there is no way in hell I'm going back into this game again. And I'm probably giving this game way too much publicity with all that I'm talking about it. So yesterday I had these grand plans for showing all these games that I'd never heard of before, games that are flying below the radar. And this is one of them. This game is called, let me see, I think it's called Bladeline. Let's go ahead and I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Let's check out this trailer for just a minute. Okay, so that is Bladeline, and one of the things that I was going to do yesterday was I was going to highlight all these different Steam games that I really don't know anything about these games. They're flying way under the radar as far as I'm concerned, but there's all these different games that are coming out, and this is an example of one of them. Here's Bladeline. AI X Lab is the developer and publisher. The release date is November 13th. So this is going to be one of the November games that we're looking at. This game will unlock in approximately 13 days. And it looks like you're using like swords and stuff. It says Bladeline VR is a game designed to make players enjoy powerful sword actions, get the best score, prove your performance, and be the best swordsman ever. So it appears like you're kind of using like these laser swords. It has a bit of a Tron look to it. You're kind of running around battling guys. I like the colors. You know, I'm always a fan for the Tron aesthetic. Of course, it looks kind of cool here. Will it look really cool with the headset on? Like, that looks kind of cool. I'm liking the visual style there. But this game, Bladeline VR, flying way the hell under my radar. And this is just another example. There's a lot of games that are like this. It's why it's so difficult in this market. So many games flying below the radar, trying to get some attention. And then a lot of these games, now the good news for AI X Lab is by the time this game comes out on November 13th, the Steam sale will be a distant memory. I mean, not really a distant memory, but in the internet era, it'll be a distant memory. And so who knows what they're going to try to get for Bladeline. Maybe they'll try to get like $14.99, $19.99, $24.99. Who knows what they're going to try to get for this. And they're going to try to put this out on the market and try to get some sales for it. Jim Hall says, Bladeline, nice text logo. Yeah, you know, the logo, I mean, I do judge these logos. And the logo isn't too bad. You know, a lot of times I kind of have to judge these unknown games almost by their logo because you don't have a lot else to go on. And you could learn a lot about a company just looking at their logo. Okay, we've got some other ones, so we might as well go through some of these games. I think it's kind of interesting, these ones that are flying below the radar. There's a lot of stuff that is flying under the radar. Let's look at Neon VR. Here's another one that's flying under the radar. I got to resize this. Holdy uppy. And pump the volume a bit. Look at these beautiful, gorgeous visuals. And I'm going to have to resize this. Oh, maybe not. Oh, stay over there. Okay, really short trailer. Let's go ahead and roll it one more time. That looks like Primordian. Alrighty, so that is Neon Survive the Night, and this is another one of these games that is flying way the hell under the radar. Let's bounce over to the Steam page and check it out. Check out this, guys. This is coming November 1st. This is coming November 1st, so this is a mere 2 days away. Neon VR, the developer is Ascendant Studio. Logo is, you know, logo's decent, I'd say. We don't know how much this game's going to cost. It says, welcome to the distant planet Neon. This place is like no other. Unique atmosphere on this planet makes everything UV fluorescent. Your time here will not be that adorable, though. Fight for survival and defeat dangerous creatures inhabiting this mesmerizing world. And I will agree, you look at this trailer, it looks pretty beautiful. It looks pretty gorgeous. I'm a sucker for this type of shit. This is why I was so captured by Primordian, just that jungle of Primordian everything. This is another one of these games, Ascendant Studio. I'd like to check this out. Now, will this ultimately amount to anything? Who knows? We haven't heard very much about this. We just don't know. Okay, let's check this out, folks. Some live help from Paradise, The Bond. Far away in an alien forest, an ancient healer and her faithful beast seek out a sacred glade. Here she can connect with the web of life and see the world through others' eyes. But there's an imbalance, a dark presence. As the forest guardian, she must confront it. The Bond. So this is free. Director Ollie Reed and our talented team at Axis Studios have been hard at work crafting a new VR project that we're proud to share. The Bond. The Bond is a visually stunning VR short about an ancient healer and her connection with all living things good and evil. This looks dope. You know, here's another free experience. So I'm guessing this is more on the experiential side of the coin. But look at these graphics. Talk about color. Talk about vivid imagery. I wonder if this is going to be like a little cinematic thing, kind of like The Great Sea, but much, much shorter probably. Much briefer. Briefer. That's probably not a word. Much more brief, but man, you want to talk about color. That is some orgasmic color right there. Some bugs walking around in a magical alien world. This is right up my alley. I am absolutely going to have to download this right after today's show. Okay, how about The Days After? This looks like some kind of zombie game. Let's check this one out. Five Finger Studios.
Used to. I took a lot of things for granted. Waking up in the morning. Coming home at night. I just thought you'd always be there. Thought those days would never end. But those were the days before. And these are the days after.
I've never seen anything like this.
What happened here? You remember why I'm here. To find my family.
You need to get out of there. They're coming.
All right, so that is The Days After. This is another game that is flying way under the radar. We can check out the Steam page over here. And The Days After, you know, logo, logo's kind of miscellaneous. Built from the ground up for VR, The Days After is a virtual reality survival shooter for the HTC Vive where players immerse themselves in a new world where the dead have taken over. What a unique concept. So this one is coming soon. Apparently they were gone for a while. Now we're back. We are so excited to be back on Steam from greenlight status. It has been a while, but we have been really ramping up production. So yeah, this is The Days After. I believe this is like a 2019 release probably. Looks kind of cool. I mean, if you look at some of these screenshots, it looks like an interesting world. Like those zombies look pretty cool. Like that looks pretty sweet right there, if it really actually looks like that. A lot of these screenshots are very dark, but the sunlight area looks kind of cool. So, I mean, if this game really looks like this and I'm walking around and it really looks like that, that wouldn't be too shabby. So that is The Days After. Another unknown stunner. All right, guys. Well, we've been going for pretty close to an hour. Not a ton of stuff is popping off today. I could possibly grab one more unknown game. Yeah, Tomb Raider has been set in South America a number of times. Let me see. Here, I'll go ahead and grab one more unknown game. It is called the Afterwoods. Let's go ahead and check this trailer out. Looks a bit on that amateur side, wouldn't you say? Looks a little bit indie. I mean, at least the trailer, because like as the trailer's going by, you notice they just have like a standard font. They basically use like this really exciting music in the background. But look at that. Look at that font right there. The Book of Spells, Drovo. I mean, couldn't you maybe change that font a little bit? Add a little bit of text. They're back. You know, but they're trying. I mean, they're trying. At least they're cutting to different scenes and stuff. You know, they're trying to give a cinematic look to the trailer. It's not too bad. But it does look very, very indie, I would have to say. Like this right here. You know, but if I tried to make a trailer, this is how my trailer would look. You know, it'd be a very basic font. I'd be cutting to different little things, and it would probably be very much like this. So I can't talk too much smack. But if we go over here, we can go ahead and check out, this is the Steam page for the Afterwoods. I kind of like this logo. Like, this logo is actually pretty cool. The developer is Shiny Moss Studios, and this is supposed to be a November 2018 game. In this VR first-person RPG, a young mage embarks on a perilous journey to gather friendly familiars, find lost magic, and learn the secrets of the dark woods to defeat a dangerous nemesis who has taken the realm. This is Afterwoods. We're a small indie studio that's been working day and night to achieve a big dream. Deliver an engaging virtual reality RPG oozing with atmosphere, free movement, exciting battles, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and, you know, here's another small studio. They're going to try to compete with the big boys. You know, they're going to come out with this game Afterwards, and they're going to hope to be that diamond in the rough that somehow catches fire, kind of like a Carnage Chronicles. You know, Carnage Chronicles was one of these kind of games. Nobody knew what Nordic Trolls was all about. Carnage Chronicles kind of came out of nowhere and was pretty impressive. You know, Vanishing Realms. I mean, nobody really knew what Vanishing Realms was. I'm not saying the Afterwoods is going to compete with either of those games by any stretch of the imagination, but every once in a while we do have a diamond in a rough. All right, folks. Well, that has been another show. Gotta bounce out of here. That's going to go ahead and do it. A bit of a shit show today, kind of all over the map a little bit, but that's going to happen. Alrighty. So anyways, be sure to visit the website if you get an opportunity. Of course, subscribe to the channel, like the video, all those good things, and I will be back tomorrow on Halloween. I don't plan on wearing a costume, so sorry to disappoint you. I will not be dressed up like a weirdo. I wonder if any other YouTubers will do that. If you do, much love to you, because I will not be joining you. But I will be here about 11 a.m. Pacific time-ish tomorrow on Wednesday, and I will see you guys then. Take it easy. Later.